today's class we're gonna see like what is the overview of MySQL and architecture of MySQL, and also like how to do the installation of MySQL, and also like how to you do the user creations and these things, basic things.
Okay.
So you just go through these things and come up with the thing. So let's go through like what is a MySQL. So as I said
Mm.
yesterday, like MySQL is a relational database management system. So actually, what do you mean by a database? Let's have an interactive session. Like, what is the idea? Like, what is a database? So why one organization or some organization or some association needs a database in their administration?
So, database means like to store data. So, a collection of like structured data. So, it is called database. So,
Okay.
yeah,
So basically, before going like you are from which part of India?
from Southern. I'm from Telangana. I can speak Telugu.
Telugu. Okay, okay, okay. Basically, I am from Chennai. Means I am from Madurai, so I am fluent with Tamil. So if it is like Tamil, I just for a case I have asked. Okay, so as you said, like um, databases management system plays a vital role in every part of the nowadays. Like without database, none of the system will work because everyone wants to keep their data secure. If you take any
Okay.
other department, any other domain, they without database nothing will be there. Even a bank setup will having the separate database management system, and also a grocery store will have a separate database management system, even in OTT platforms. So database is everywhere. Like without data there is nothing would be there. So being a database administrator, like we need to be like a little proud, like so we are managing the people's data and actively and securely like that. So here there are
Mm.
two different databases I said earlier: relational database
Mm.
and database management system. So here if you see relational database management system, so there are different relational database management system. As you said, like you have worked in Oracle, so same like Oracle we have MySQL, SQL Server, DB2, PostgreSQL. So these are the relational database management system in which the data is stored in the format of tables.
Okay.
So we can correlate one table with the other table. So that's the
Uh-huh.
thing. Like we are calling this at the relational database management system.
What is
So
a
here
correlation here?
correlate in the sense like have you heard of the sentence like foreign keys?
Yes, yes, I heard.
Yeah. What is the role of a foreign key?
So it can join two tables, two different
Yeah.
tables.
It can
Yeah,
connect the two tables. For example, let me
yeah,
give you a shorter example. Like we are having a we are having like our mother and father is there. They are getting married. So before that, means our father and our mother's mother's mother is they doesn't relate. Okay, they are some different people. You got my
yeah.
point, huh? Like
Yes.
they are different people. So after that marriage is happening, our father and our mother's mother is getting on bond. It is called like a, he is my son-in-law, like that. So it's creating a bond. So same like that, it will be a different table and it will be a different table. Some here your mother
Mhm.
is a foreign key. So she is like correlating the relationship between your father, between her husband and her mother.
Okay.
So that is
Yeah.
the correlation I'm saying. So here mother is a foreign key which connect the two tables, father table and your mother table. So this is the difference.
Okay. Okay.
You got my point right now. It's clear, right?
Yes, yes. Yeah.
What is the correlation? So why we call a relational database management? So that only we are calling this as a relational database management system. So going forward, I will give you with some examples, okay, so that it will be clear. So yeah, so
Okay.
MySQL is a relational database management system. Same like that, same other all database. It helps to store, organize, and retrieve the data efficiently. So this is a open source and anyone can use. So in MySQL, we have different kind of editions there in MySQL. If you go through MySQL, just enter MySQL and enter. It will go to the official website. So this is the official website. I will paste this in this. So this is the official MySQL website. So if you go to the
Okay.
download, you can see like what are the versions are there. So in MySQL, there we have enterprise editions. So we need to pay and we need to get those edition and we need to work. So we have NDB cluster CGE versions like clusters. In MySQL, they
Okay.
have recently have enabled the clusters, but most of them are nowadays are going with the cloud-based cluster, like cloud managed service cluster. This
Mhm.
one, the people using this NDB clusters were rare
For
because nowadays, sorry,
I didn't understand this. NDB cluster used for?
like cluster is like a fast and table. For example, cluster is nothing but I have 2 to 3 nodes.
Okay.
2 to 3 nodes means I will be having one primary database and I have multiple secondary. So if my primary goes down, that multiple any one of the multiple secondary will get a primary and the connection won't get down. The application won't get down and it will be actively available.
Okay.
So that's the case. Like most means nowadays and all people are using like AWS. In AWS and all, there is a cluster is there. Means AWS owned cluster. So most of the
Hmm.
people are not nowadays going for community or anything. Most of the database were hosted in cloud environment only, either in Azure environment or in AWS. Like that only they are hosting their MySQL databases and they are working.
Okay.
So yeah, so there are, as I said, there are three versions. One is NDB, one is enterprise, and other is like a community. Community is the free to
Hmm.
download. Anyone can download. You can download. I can download. Anyone can download, and anyone can use. So at the end of the session, you're connected to laptop, right?
Yes.
So in your laptop, we will do the installation. Like in your laptop itself, we will do, and I will show you how. So before going forward, like what is the exact OS you are using in your environment? Like either it's Windows or Linux, or in which platform do
Windows.
you Windows? So in
Yeah.
Windows only you are having experience more.
Yes.
Okay. So the databases are stored in which environment? Like Azure or AWS or like what platform you have any idea? Azure, right?
Uh, uh, Azure. Azure.
Okay, so I will go through a generic through. So this is what the MySQL. It's a relational database. It will use for storing a data, and it's a open source, and anyone can use. And previous, it was developed by a company called MySQL AB. So after some years, it has been maintained by Oracle only. Oracle only maintaining this MySQL related enterprise edition. These enterprise editions were released by Oracle only. So all the documents were managed by Oracle only.
Okay. Uh-huh.
So this is what the introduction to MySQL. So and also I am giving a what is a DBA. DBA, as you know, a DBA is a librarian for a database. So his role is to set up and maintain the database, ensure data is secure and backed up, optimize the database for performance, manage who can access the database and what they can do. So for
Uh-huh.
example, I have given a scenario like imagine like you are running an online bookstore. Okay, so you need to
Okay.
store the information of book, customer, and orders. So
Right.
you can store this information with the help of some technology called MySQL, so that you can have a library as a database name, and in that database of library you can have a book table, customer table, order table, so that you can relate each other table. So for example, if you in the book table you will having the book ID and what book
Uh-huh.
name, what book author of the book, then the what is the title, these things and all you have in this book table. And in customer table you will have the customer ID and customer name, where he is from, what is his age, what is his gender, these details you can have. In order table,
Okay.
like what book he have added, so it will correlate both the table. So in this table you will have the order ID, and the order ID is for which book and which customer have done this. So you can correlate this order ID with the two tables and you can done the correlation. So
Hmm.
that's why MySQL is called as a relational database management system. Not only MySQL, same like MySQL, SQL Server, SQL Server, Postgres, Oracle also considered as the same. Okay,
Okay.
so
Okay.
this is what the introduction to MySQL. So if till here you have any doubt, like what is I just explained what is MySQL, what is RDBMS, and like what are the who was maintaining MySQL, and why people use MySQL, and what are the editions available in MySQL. This thing I have covered up in this.
Yes. Regarding DBA, I didn't get it. Like, is the librarian who manages everything,
No,
or
no,
what?
it's a generic example. I'm just saying, like a DBA. What is the DBA role? A DBA is nothing but a librarian in a library. So, what is the role of a
Okay.
librarian in a library? Let's
He
take.
manages everything. Yeah. Yeah. Go
Okay, he
ahead.
manages everything. Okay, then.
Like, whoever the students come, or whatever they require, whatever they request the book, so
Yeah.
they he just note downs everything, and he
Mm,
mentions like when did he pick up, and when he's going to
mm,
return it
mm,
back.
mm.
He's going to manage
So
those kind of
he
stuff.
will be hmm, he will be handling all the data related to database, right? Like all the data of that
Yes.
particular. So let's take more interactively with the architecture. I will explain. Okay. So here let's
Okay.
go through a MySQL architecture. So for
Uh-huh.
this, I have given you the URL. At the end of the session, I will share you this document so that you can go through and come again.
Okay.
So this is the architecture of MySQL. So this one I have pasted in the chat itself. Reference, and I have given the URL. So you can go through this after this session. Okay. So as
Okay.
you see, this is the MySQL architecture. Like, let's break the MySQL architecture. So as I said, like it was a relational database management system, open source. It is supported by Oracle company, and it is fastly scalable and easy to use. And it is supported in all the OS. You can use in Windows, you can use in Linux, you can use in Mac OS, etc. Mac OS, etc. And also using SQL only, you can communicate with the MySQL. The
Okay.
language
Okay.
used for MySQL is SQL. That is a
SQL.
known one. Yeah.
Mhm.
For every RDBMS databases, the language which we are using is SQL only.
Okay.
You're clear with that, right?
Yes. Yes. I know it.
Done. Super. Then we'll going with the architecture. The architecture of MySQL is slightly different, third into three layers. So first layer is a client layer, second layer is a server layer, third one is a storage layer. So let's take an
Okay.
example of the librarian. Okay. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say like how the librarian will handle things. Okay, let's have a
Okay.
intercommunication. Okay, so you are a guy.
Yeah.
Okay, I
Uh-huh.
am a librarian. Otherwise, I
Okay.
am a guy. You are a librarian. So I am coming to you. So how can I
Mm.
proceed with these procedures? So in a college, I'm having the library. So I am a student of the college. I'm just coming to the library. In my class, they are asking just go and enroll in the library like that. So I'm just coming directly to you. So how will you proceed with me to the these things?
Okay, so once the guy come, once you come into the library, then I'll register his name as he is the new one. So I'll register his name in the new book.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if he is requesting for a particular book, then I'll show him where that book is available, the particular
Okay.
row itself. Yeah.
Okay.
Then after that, whatever the book he brings, then I'll note down that book with the
Okay.
name of with his name. Yeah.
Okay.
That's it. So once when he returns back, then I'll note down it, and I'll mention that he returns that book. That's it.
Okay. Super.
As
So
far as
same like that only. Like same like only MySQL work. So here, this client is me. Okay.
Mhm. Okay,
Client. This client is me. The server is you, and this
okay,
storage is library. So I am the client who is coming to you. So you will be getting all my requests, and you will providing me
okay,
the results. So that is the thing. So we'll just go there
okay,
elaborately. We'll see. So
okay,
client is nothing but it's a connection. So it's like in a client side we'll be having three layers. So one is three things. Three client layers are there. One is connection handling, authentication, and security. Connection handling is nothing but I am the user. I am coming to you. You are acknowledging my name. So through, for example, for me, a particular journal is created, or particular journal is created. Through that journal, what are the books I am creating? What are the books I am doing? What are the things I am doing? That will be done through that journal only. Correct?
okay, okay. Yeah.
You understand my point? Huh?
Yes, yes, yes.
So that is nothing but a connection handling. So whenever a client run give you any request, that will be done through the connection handling only. So what is connection handling actively do means, whenever the client send a request to the server, the server will accept the request. Okay, I'm coming to you, you
Okay.
are accepting me, and the client is connected. Okay,
Mhm.
we are connected. So from that connection, it will create a one thread of connection. One thread of connection is nothing but for every connection there will be a process ID.
Okay.
For example, as you have worked in Oracle, you are must aware of what is a ID, process ID or query ID. Have you heard of process ID or query ID?
No, no.
Okay, nothing but for example, there is three statement running, three select statement and two update statement is running. For
Okay.
each statement, each will be having separate ID. One,
Okay.
2, 3, 4, 5. Totally 5 query running. For each query,
Uh-huh.
each one will be having separate ID. So that ID is nothing but a process ID or a query ID.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay.
It, for example, it's like a unique, like how we are having Aadhaar card, like Aadhaar number for separate user. So same like that,
Yes.
the query will be distinct from one another by the query ID only. So
Okay.
whenever a connection is made, a one thread of connection is made, a separate ID is made. From that thing only, the connections will be established.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Mm.
So the authentication part is nothing but it will check with the help of username and password. As you said earlier, you are the librarian. If I coming to you means you will get my name and you will give some card. So using that
Yeah.
card only, next time if I come means I can able to access using that card only. So I am
Yes.
the user
Correct.
and the card is my password. So using that only I can establish the connection. So same like that here authentication and security. Security is nothing but, for example, let's take a scenario. There is a gold membership, there is a silver membership, there is a platinum membership. Okay. So I am the
Okay.
student with the platinum membership. So you are giving me a platinum membership card. So if I'm coming and I'm going to access gold membership means what will you do?
Uh, I don't have an idea on this. Gold
No,
membership. Those.
simple. I am having a platinum membership card, but there are also silver membership and a gold membership is there. So if I'm coming with a platinum membership and I'm approaching you, hi sir, I just
Okay.
want to explore that gold membership session. Just allow me. If like that I am asking means what will you say? No, you don't have access for that. You only have access for platinum membership. Like that you will say,
Platinum.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
same like
Okay.
the security. What will do? There will be some privileges given to those users. So this user need
Okay.
to write this user you only have the rights to select. These user only have the rights to select, insert, update. These user have the privilege to admin. So that thing will come across the user administration. So it's restricting the privilege. So if I'm having a select privilege, I can able
Mhm.
to run a select query only in my database. If I'm trying to run an insert query, what the system will do, you don't have the access for inserting. Like that it will give. You got my point, huh?
Okay. Yes. Yes, I understood.
I'm not
So if the
clear this.
user has certain privileges like
Uh,
select or create, so for that user he can only do only those two,
Select or create.
like
Yeah,
select and
he
create.
can't able
Yeah.
to do perform or insert. And also, as a DBA, it's a generic thing. You don't give admin access to anyone. Got that in
Okay.
point? You won't give admin
Yeah.
access to anyone. You will be only providing read only. In
Got it.
production environment, you will be providing read only select privilege. There is two privileges is there. One is read only and read write.
Okay.
Okay, I will mention this.
Yeah.
After this, I will mention
Yeah.
security is read only. That is select
There will.
only select privilege you will give.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, I will explain this in user administration. Leave. So,
Okay. Cool.
thing. Okay, your client here with the client side, right? For example, here they have
Yes.
mentioned client here as JDBC net Python. For example, people Python developer write the code, and that in that code they will give the MySQL connection and they will connect to the MySQL database. So that is
Right.
considered as client. So whenever the code runs, a new process ID is happen, or new thread is happen. and through that
Okay.
thread only the every query for that particular session will run.
Okay. Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is the client side, and server layer. Server layer is nothing but the brain of MySQL. So it will handle all the logical operation. So once the query has been came to the server, okay, once I have
Okay.
given you the card, so what as a librarian you will do? You will check like whether my card has expired, or I am giving
Yeah.
the correct reason, or you will get what I'm saying, and you will just see whether this guy is saying a correct word, or he have taken the correct book, or he is to which session he is going to access, whether the statement for example, I may like what to say. I can like a principal asking me to go to gold membership, like that I can say, but you need to unfilter that word, like who said, like principal said, whether the principal does directly said him, no, you need something, like you need to come with some approvals, so that I can go ahead and I can proceed the access to the gold membership, like that you will say, right? Same
Yeah.
like that, server layer will do all the logical function. So thread handling is nothing but the same like the above thing, like whenever the client send a request, a new thread of connection is made. Through that thread only all the connections, all the queries will be executed. If you see, read this line, this thread is provided by the thread handling of server layer. The queries of the client side which is executed by the thread is also handled by the thread handling model. Is it clear? Same like a
Okay.
client side, here the thread is made, and from that thread only all the queries will be executed.
Okay. Okay.
If you are not clear, I will paint and I will show you.
Yeah.
So this is my server. Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
starting server. So this is my client. Okay.
Client. Okay.
So
Yeah.
whenever I am giving one query, I am giving one
Mm-hmm.
query. So
Okay.
what it will do, it will create one thread, and here also one
Okay.
thread will be created. So if I am this one I am running in 10 10 10. Okay, time 10
Okay.
10 I am
Okay.
running this query. This user is like Akil.
Okay.
So for Akil is running one query in 10 some 10 queries. You are running some 10 queries in 10, and initiating the 10 queries by 10 a.m. So what it will do for this Akil user, it will create one session, one thread of connection, and all the 10 queries will be executed to this thing only. You got this? I
Okay.
am Ajay.
Okay.
I am running some 20 queries in the 10 15. I am running this session 10 15. I am running the another query. So what it will do, it
Okay.
won't run in this thread. It will create a
Okay.
new,
New
from this
thread.
thread only it will be running the query. It won't go with this. You got this, Anu?
Yes. Yes.
So this is what they are saying. Thread of connection will be made in the client side as well as the server side. So from this thread only, that for this Akil user, it will check with the username and password and what is the privilege he is having. So every pre-check is done. It will send the request to the server. So the server will process that query. So all the security things will be done in the client side, and all the query related things will be done on the server side. Okay,
Got it. Got it. Okay.
got it.
Yeah.
User is query. This is query related. So as I said earlier, the same like that. So here query related. As I said here in server layer query related. For example, I am giving one query.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I am giving one query. Uh, Select star from customer where name is equal to where name is equal to um, Ajay. Otherwise, I am giving select from. I am just not giving star. I am running this query.
Okay.
So what
Uh-huh.
MySQL will do? It will parse this query. It will parse select from customer. It will parse and it will check any syntax error is there. So here, if I give like this means it will show syntax error, because here I haven't
Yeah.
give anything. After select, between select and from, I need to give anything. I need to give any. column name or any name which I want, or I need to give star, anything I need to give. I just give alone select from what I'm going to select. Nothing I'm giving. I'm going to select
Yes.
something from customer table where my name is Ajay. So related to Ajay, which thing I needed. I'm not giving in the after select. So what it will do, it will give me a syntax error. So that error is passed by this parser. So what parser will do is,
Oh,
it will input is broken into number of tokens. After the data is available in the small element, it will do syntax analysis, semantic analysis. So based upon that, if there is any syntax error, it will give. For example, if in Oracle and all, if you write anything, it will show like there is a syntax error, like that it will give, right. So that thing and all,
yes.
it will done by this thing only.
Okay.
Let
Okay.
me
So the
see.
client will just take the query, right? Only just it will take the query. That's it. So the server will check whether it is right or wrong.
Yeah,
It will
the
process.
query related. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything, the client will only work with the user related things. Like this user is okay. It will establish the connection, and it will check for the username and password, and it will check for the privileges. It won't work with the
Okay.
query. Only the
Okay.
server layer
Okay.
works with the query and logical part of the database system, database management system. So the parser will do the
Yes.
syntax analysis. Optimizer is nothing but once the every syntax is kind, the optimizer will find the best execution plan. It will rewrite the query, it will scan the table, and it will find the index. Have you heard of the word indexing?
Indexing, yes. In language, in programming languages, I heard it.
Okay, what does the index do? Why we use the
Like
index in a table?
so, if you are so if you like if you are taking like if you are taking a particular number of students, so in a class, so a suppose in a class of eighth standard, so 8 of 0, like we can say, or else a of 0 is equal to his student name, a of 1 another student name, a of 2 another student name. So for a particular data
If
type,
a
we
particular
use indexing
column is
type.
having a multiple unique value, for that column the search will happen late. So in that case, we will use index, so that index will fast the query.
Okay.
For
Okay. Yeah.
example, um, if everyone is having a separate identity, it will be hard to find the person, correct. Like in the MySQL,
Yeah.
what generally MySQL will do means, it will go from the first line. Let me explain you. If there is a
Okay.
1,000 record, give me 1 second. Let me clear this. Okay, if there is if there is 10,000 records, okay,
Okay.
1,000 records of students, and each there are three columns. Like first is ID. The ID is a primary key. So first column will be generally considered as a primary key. That one you know, right?
Okay. Yes.
So after that, name will be there. After that, Aadhaar ID will be there.
Yeah.
After that, what to say, subject selected. After that, city. After that, after that,
Address
anything,
and
mobile number.
city. Okay.
Mobile
Mobile
number.
number. Yeah. Aadhaar
So
ID.
there
Okay.
is one query which is running. There is one query which is running.
Okay.
Select star from. Okay, this table name is student table.
Okay.
Student table where my mobile number, or where city. Let's take city. City is equal to Chennai. Okay,
Uh-huh.
like this, it's running the query.
Okay.
So here the query is getting slower. So you are seeing some there is a issue with this query. So you found like um this query is getting slower. So what will you do now as a DBA? As you have worked in Oracle, like I'm asking, like this query is getting late in time and it's giving output late. Okay, let's take it as having 10 lakhs record.